Welcome to this short chair yoga class. My name is Louise George. I'm a yoga teacher and I'm the owner of Douglas Yoga Centre here in Cork in Ireland. I put together this short video to introduce you to the idea of chair yoga. It's perfect for anybody who might be working at home at the moment, who wants to take a break from their desk, or for anybody that wants to practice yoga but who doesn't want to come down on the floor on a mat. Please feel free to share this video with anybody at all that you think might find it useful. Let's begin by finding a comfortable seat and just moving a little bit away from the back of your chair. Lengthen up through the crown of your head and press a little bit into the feet, into the floor. And then if you're happy, please close your eyes. We're going to start by taking a few moments just to draw our awareness inside. So firstly, just be aware of the room that you're in and your surroundings. Be aware of any sounds around you within the room or perhaps outside of the room. Maybe you can hear the sound of your own breath. Allow the muscles of your face to soften. The skin around the eyes, the cheeks, releasing any frown, relaxing the jaws so that perhaps the lips stay together but we allow the teeth to gently part. Let that softness move down your neck to your shoulders now and allow your shoulders to relax a little bit more away from your ears. Feel the arms heavy, hands resting on your thighs. Palms can be down or palms can be up. Just feel the weight of your arms soft and heavy. Travel your awareness down your spine and feel the sit bones on your chair. Feel the support of the chair beneath you and just perhaps allowing a little bit more weight to sink down into the sit bones. So really starting to feel now the support of the chair beneath you. Allow your chest and your belly to soften. Feel the backs of your thighs on the chair, the bend in your knees. Travel your awareness down to your ankles and feel the soles of your feet touching the floor, touching the ground beneath you. The ground beneath you supporting your weight. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Let's start to follow the breath in and out through the nose. Maybe focusing for a moment on the coolness of the inhale at the tip of the nose and the slightly warmer air of the exhale. Follow the breath in and out through the nose. And notice where you feel that breath move in your body. Do you feel the rise and fall of the chest or the belly? Maybe a little bit of both. Just observing the breath coming and going. The body is breathing itself. And maybe for a moment bringing the hands and just taking them to your belly, somewhere around your navel or just below. And just seeing, can you encourage the breath to move down into this space beneath your hands? So that we feel the belly very gently pressing out on the inhale as it fills with air. and sinking back and softening with the exhale as the breath releases. Make sure that you're breathing all the way out. Maybe even allowing the exhalation to very slightly lengthen. The body relaxes on the exhale. So nice, long, slow exhalations are very calming for the nervous system. Just like as we come to the end of a long, busy day, we might sigh the breath out on the exhale, a signal to the body that it's time to relax. And maybe you'd like to take a breath out through the mouth, to sigh the breath out on the exhale once or twice. So breathing in through your nose, and just softly sighing the breath out through the mouth. A real sense of letting go of any stress or any tension with the exhale. And now starting to bring your awareness back to your body on your chair. You can release the hands back to the thighs and taking the chin now down to the chest. And from there, slowly opening your eyes. When you're ready, you can lift the head and start to lift the chin a little bit higher. So take your gaze up towards the ceiling. And then bring the chin all the way back down and in towards your chest. And up towards the ceiling. And down towards your chest. One more time. And then raising the head back to center and turning to look all the way over your left shoulder. And then all the way over your right. All the way over the left. And all the way over the right. One more time to the left. And to the right. Coming back to center. Now take the chin towards the left shoulder. And now sweep the chin across the front of your chest. Look over your right shoulder and just raise the chin. Make a nice archway. Don't take the head too far back. Chin comes back towards the left shoulder. Sweeps across the front of the chest and over the right shoulder. And again, a nice big archway with your chin. At some point, maybe stop and go back in the other direction. And just make sure that throughout all of this class, you don't push through any pain. There should be no pain in yoga. And if you feel any pain, please just ease off or stop any movement that doesn't feel good for you. Start to make your head way back to center. Okay, so we're going to take the arms out to the side and turn the palms out. On an inhale, can we reach the arms up overhead? And maybe touch the palms and bring the hands back down to the heart. Hands come back down to the sides. Inhale. Maybe touch the palms. Exhale, hands back down to the heart. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the heart. This time we're going to take the arms up again, but we're going to bend the elbows at the top of that movement and touch the fingers to the tops of your shoulders. Can you now bring your elbows in together? Try and touch the elbows, they may or may not touch. And then inhale to lift them upwards towards the ceiling and then take them out wide to the side and all the way back and down. Keep going. Inhaling to come up, around and down. Inhale. Exhale. If the instructions that I give you for the breath don't suit you, please just breathe however feels the most comfortable for you. These are just ideas. One more breath there. And then we're going to pause at some point and reverse that movement. So drawing the elbows back, lift them up and forward and down. Breathing in. and breathing out. So bringing some nice movement into the shoulders to start. And we're going to be working our way down the body through all of the joints. So at the end of this, you should feel really good. One more of those. And then relax and release your arms. And maybe give that a little shrug out. We're going to stay with the shoulders for a little bit longer. So when you're ready, can you raise your arms and bend the elbows? Notice that my elbows are in line with my shoulders. My fingers are together. I'm going to press the elbows and the hands back as much as I can, and then I'm going to bring them forward and try and touch the elbows and the palms of the hands. So maybe we inhale as we open wide, and we exhale as we bring the arms together. We inhale and we exhale. Feel the sensations through the shoulders. Maybe the elbows don't touch, that's okay. Keep going, one more. And then just bring the arms down for a moment and roll that through. We're going to go back into the same position. I call this cactus arms. And this time, keeping the elbows again in line with your shoulders, just take the hands down. So keep the elbows up. You may get all the way with the fingers pointing down to the floor. You may be more here. That's okay. We're coming up and we're coming down. So there's an external rotation of the shoulders as we press the hands back, and an internal rotation of the shoulders as we bring the arms forward and down. Keep going. One or two more of those. Nice work. One more. Last one. And release. Give that a little shrug or a little roll out. So let's leave the shoulders off for a moment and we'll come down into a twist. So can you cross your left leg over your right leg? If sitting cross-legged isn't comfortable, the knees can just come together and kind of squeeze in towards the centre. Otherwise, cross the legs and again we squeeze the thighs together. Try and lengthen upwards through the crown of your head, so as much length through the spine as you can. We're going to take a twist to the left. So from the belly, start to turn to the left. The right hand can rest on the left knee and the fingertips can come to the back of your chair, or maybe your arm comes to the back of your chair. The head looks over in the direction of that twist. Keep lengthening upwards through the crown of your head. You might find that pressing down into that right foot helps you to lengthen upwards. Take another breath there. And then release yourself out of that twist. Uncross the legs and recross the legs on the other side. Sit up nice and tall, squeeze the legs in together, start that rotation from the very base of your spine. So your belly and your ribs and your shoulders rotate, hand can come to the back of the chair, head looks in the direction of that twist. Again, maybe press into the foot that's on the floor and try and lengthen more up through the crown of your head. Find your breath. One more breath. And then releasing yourself back to center and just uncrossing the legs. Now we're going to take the feet about hip width apart, and we're going to bring the left hand to the side of the chair. The right hand can come out to the side, turn the palm outwards, and then inhale to bring that arm up. Take a moment there, lengthen upwards through the fingertips. And then we're going to lean over to the left side, so you maybe slide the hand down the chair leg. Soften that left shoulder and reach out through the right fingertips. Take another breath or two. Make sure that you feel supported here. One more breath. Really bringing some lovely expansion through that right side of the rib cage. Coming back when you're ready. And taking that on the other side. Left palm turns out. We inhale, we reach up, get the length first, and then over to the right side. And maybe again, sliding the hand down the chair. Feeling supported there. Take another breath or two. And then bringing yourself all the From here, we're going to cross the arms in front of the chest and bring the fingers to the tops of your shoulders. We're going to give ourselves a hug, so really draw the elbows in. And as you do that, sort of notice the upper back rounding a little bit, so the space between the shoulder blades is moving apart. As you draw those elbows in, bring the chin down in towards the chest. And maybe just take a gentle rock side to side. We're just bringing a little bit of a stretch into the mid-back area where we hold a lot of tension, and up around the shoulder blades and into the upper back. So a little bit of movement there. A breath or two. And then raising the head and uncrossing the arms and recrossing them the opposite way. So it might feel strange to cross your arms in the opposite way. Just going to change the stretch up a little bit. Draw the elbows in, round in the upper back, chin to the chest. And take a few deep breaths there. As you inhale, you'll feel the expansion coming into that space in the upper back. Maybe again you want to move around a little bit, a little wriggle. And then lifting the head and releasing the arms. And again, just shrug that out. So next we're going to come into the wrist. So if you could bring your arms straight out in front, fingers are going to be together, and the thumbs can come into the sides of your hands as well. Straight arms, nice and strong. We're just going to bring the fingers in and out, and in and out. So nothing else is moving, just from the wrists, that movement coming in and out. Great work. And then we're going to take the fingers all the way up and all the way down. So all the way up, straight arms, and all the way down. And then bring the hands straight out in front, and I want you to see, can you curl just the little fingers in towards your palm? Now curl in the ring fingers. Now the middle fingers and the index fingers. Can you now wrap your thumbs around your fists? Take the knuckles all the way down to the floor and all the way up to the ceiling, and now spread the fingers wide. Pull them back towards your face. And now go flat again. Bring just the little fingers in towards your palm. Ring fingers come in. Middle fingers. Index fingers. Wrap the thumbs around your fists. Now take the knuckles all the way down. Straight arms here. Knuckles all the way up to the ceiling. Spread the fingers wide. Pull them back towards your face. And now join the fingers together. Fingers and thumbs come together. Squeeze them in together and bring the hands down, and try and bring those fingers in towards the inside of your wrist or towards your forearms. Come back again. Make fists and just give some nice big rotations to the wrists. Few circles one way and a few circles in the other. Try not to roll your forearms, and then just shake that out. And that was a lot of work for the shoulders as well, so well done. So that's for the fingers. We're going to now move into the spine. So we want a flexible spine. So again, I might just turn slightly off to one side here. And you're going to need to come away from the back of your chair again. So for the spine, what we want to do here is we want to tilt the pelvis back and pull the belly in. Pull your navel in towards your spine. Press your mid-back towards the wall behind you and bring your chin into your chest. You might even go a little bit further by reaching the fingertips forward and turning the palms out to the side. Now start to lift up. Draw the shoulders back here. We want to squeeze the shoulder blades together as we reach the hands back and bring the chest forward. So you're now arching back in the other direction. And then we're coming again. Draw the belly in. Pull in the chin to the chest, reach forward, maybe turn those palms out, and then lift up. Draw the shoulders back, reach back, chest moves forward, and then one more time, rounding the back, chin to the chest, navel towards the spine, and then lifting up, pressing the breastbone, the sternum forward, reaching the hands back towards the back of your chair, and then coming back to neutral. And maybe just sitting there for a moment and feeling that energy now running through your spine. Take a breath or two there. Next, we're going to be folding forward over our legs. So I just want to say, if you have a back issue or a knee bulging disc, you might want to just go very gently into this. We're going to bring the hands onto the knees, and we're going to keep a nice straight back. So where we're folding from is the hip crease here. So we're not folding from the mid-back, we're leaning forward with a straight back. So with the hands on the knees, start to bring your belly forward and your chest forward. And then you can decide how that feels. You might want to stay there, or you might want to slide the hands down the shins all the way down towards the ankles, or maybe you stay at the shins. Maybe you can bring the fingertips all the way to the floor. Let your belly sink towards your thighs, and then maybe let the head release. And let the head hang. And take a few breaths here. You're going to breathe down into your belly. And as you breathe into your belly, feel the lovely expansion through the back of your body, around your kidneys, your lower back. Take another breath there. And then we're going to start to make our way up again. So push into the feet. But before you come all the way up, can you bring your right elbow across both knees? So your forearm across your knee. So the elbow here is going to push a little bit into that right knee. And we're going to dangle the left arm. So this is my pose, my twist that I call my golfer pose. What we're going to do here is we're going to start to take this arm out to the side. So it's like your golfer's swing. Maybe you can look at your thumb and follow your thumb up as you bring that arm higher. You might need to keep your gaze at one point. Maybe the arm can keep going. Or maybe you've reached the end of your range. See how that feels. It's a big opening for the side body, a big twist. Maybe that shoulder isn't happy with that movement, and you could keep the hand at your waist and just work to roll the shoulder back. Go with what feels right for you, and then slowly make your way back down again. Let's go to the other side, swap arms. So dangling that arm, but a little bit of pressure into this left elbow, and then we're starting to go out to the side, and maybe follow your thumb with your gaze as far as you can, opening up. Maybe there's a big difference from one side to the other. If you are a golfer, maybe you can notice that, because the swing is usually on one side, not both. Take another breath there, and then slowly bring that hand back. Now push the feet into the floor and bring yourself all the way up. We're going to move down into the lower body now. So maybe lift up your left leg, support that leg with your hands, and keep a nice straight spine, and start to circle. Nice crack there. Circle your ankle a few times. So big slow circles, the biggest circles that you can in each direction. Don't allow the chest to collapse and the shoulders to roll forward. Keep lengthening upwards here. We're going to then bend and straighten that left leg a few times. So kicking out through the heel. Nice job. One more. And then release. And just holding lightly the left knee with your left hand. Maybe the right hand comes to the hip or the side of the chair. Start to make some big circles now with that left knee. So we're actually working into the left hip there. Biggest circles that you can. If your hips feel pretty strong, maybe let go altogether and just use your own strength to roll into that hip. Maybe pause at some point, go back around in the other direction. And then release. And then take a moment just to feel the sensations in that hip. Brought a little bit of heat into that area, I'm sure. And then we're going to lift up the other leg, and we're going to roll out the right ankle. Big slow circles. Keep lengthening up through the crown of your head. And then when you've done a few circles in each direction, bend and straighten that leg a few times. See how that feels. And then we're going to take a hold of that knee. Maybe hold the side of your chair with the other hand for a bit of support and start to make those big circles. And again, maybe you have one hip that feels a little tighter than the other, so don't force anything. But we get to notice all of the imbalances when we do our yoga practice. Maybe you can let go. Maybe you want to circle back in the other direction. And then we're going to bring that foot back down to the floor. Again, just take a moment just to feel that. And then let's walk the feet out wider. So I'm on a yoga mat, you might not be on a mat, doesn't matter, I'm actually going to go off the mat and a little bit wider. So the widest stance that you can comfortably take. And then we're going to bring the hands onto the knees and lean slightly forward. So this is one of my favourite stretches for the back of the body. What we want to do here is we want to take a little twist to the left. So I'm bringing my right shoulder forward and my left shoulder back. And then I'm going to lean towards that left knee. So I'm keeping this arm straight, but I'm bending the other elbow so I can lean forward. Then I'm coming back and I'm going to twist to the right and I'm going to lean to the right. And then come back to center, twist to the left and lean to the left. And maybe you'll adapt a few of these stretches to suit you. This is a really nice one. If you are just taking a break at a desk sometime, you just want to stretch out back body and side body. Let's do one more each way. And then come back to center. We're going to keep the legs out wide, but we're going to try and bring our fingertips to the floor in between the legs. So maybe you have something you can grab, a book or a block or something, or maybe you just go part way. But we're going to again fold from this hip crease, leaning forward. See how this all feels. So the bum is pushing back, but the chest is coming forward and the knees are staying wide. Maybe you can slide the hands down. Maybe you can bring fingertips to the floor. Some of you might even get the palms of the hands to the floor. And others of you maybe need to stay a little bit higher. Just leaning forward, relaxing the head, taking a few breaths there. Maybe a little swing or a sway. And we're going to come out of this nice and easy, so maybe bringing one hand back and pressing a little bit into that hand and pushing down into the feet to bring yourself back up, and then heel toeing the feet in together again. That stretch is for the back of the thighs and the calves a little bit. So we're going to take the right leg out, and again you want to be at the front edge of your chair for this one. Curl the toes away from the floor, so press out through the heel, pull the toes back. Both hands can rest onto the bent knee. And again, straight back, we're folding from the hips, leaning forwards, chest comes forward. Keep drawing those toes back. You should be feeling this into the back of that leg. Softening the belly towards the thighs. Breathing into that. Remember those nice, long, slow exhalations. Maybe take you a little bit deeper into that stretch. And then when you're ready, slowly making your way back up again. Changing legs, so the left leg comes forward, press out through the heel, curl the toes back towards you, lengthen up through the crown of your head, lean forward, keep drawing the toes back. Find your breath. And then when you're ready, slowly sit yourself back up. Walk that left foot in. And again, just maybe rest your hands for a moment onto your knees. I want to give you a minute or two just to really feel around your body, where you feel those movements might have opened the body, maybe made a bit of space, maybe softened and relaxed and released some tension. So take a moment just to close your eyes, to draw your awareness back inside your body. And maybe just scanning your body just to see how the body feels. Again, just checking that the muscles around your face are soft and relaxed. Maybe even letting a subtle smile wash over your face. Feeling into the shoulders, softness as the shoulders relax away from your ears. Your hands resting on your lap, maybe aware of a subtle tingling in the tips of your fingers. Life force energy running through your body. Noticing your breath. Maybe the breath feels a little easier now, or a little deeper, more even. Our yoga practice really helping us to connect to our physical body and to our breath. We spend a lot of time in the day in our heads, thinking and planning and analysing and maybe worrying. So just spending this time to come back to the body, the physical body, the energetic body, to the breath, really helps to ground us in the here and now, which is really an important practice for our mental and emotional health, as well as for our physical health. So when you're ready, bring the hands together in prayer position in front of your heart. And in gratitude to yourself for giving yourself this time today, and gratitude from me for practicing with me today. Namaste.